Durant to Durant. So unusual.
And all we should really care about, I mean, the games are.
They have certainly come from behind.
I'm watching the
3-1 in last year's finals as Derek Williams.
replay of game 2.
Clark launches the three.
I'm just watching.
Now the Cavs will dribble it out.
What?
Golden State remains perfect.
Hold on. I was watching what Durant was doing.
Nice quick pass ahead. Durant fouled and one. All in a pass and limits the throws.
And I was watching.
Jump shot. Got it.
Okay, so I was watching Durant, right?
It's good.
And Thompson, Clay was just ridiculous.
Love down low. Stumbles a bit.
But so was Love. Love was doing his thing. But I was watching what. Jeez, that's way downtown.
Coming after us. The floor is wide open.
Steve Kerr.
We just take care of the ball. We can get good shots.
Ball picked up by Darren Williams. Ahead to Irving. Finds James. James off balance. Gets it to go. He's got 29.
So I was watching Durant.
Irving. Shaking bait.
Irving with the left hand.
And they get enough.
And I was trying to figure out. There's Durant right there. Pull up. Boom.
Switches up.
It's all bad. I was trying to figure out a rhythm. The rhythm of Kevin Durant was in, and the lack of defense on Cleveland's part. Not that I can go out there and play any better. However, you always try to figure out where's the chink in somebody's armor. So I was looking at Durant, and I was thinking, you can't stop Durant. You can't stop him. You can't stop his ability to score. But one thing you can do, you can stop you. Now let me elaborate on that. Oh, they cutting the grass outside? I can't go out there while they cutting the grass. But you can stop you. You know what I mean? Oh, they cutting it out back. Still loud though. You can stop you from fouling him. Because I noticed he was picking up and ones. You know what I'm saying? You can stop that. You know what I'm saying? You can stop all that. You can stop you can stop giving them the extra points. And what's up with the double team? Like, they not doing that at all? You know what I'm saying? They not trapping. They not double teaming. It's all one-on-one. You know what I mean? Cleveland ain't gonna win not unless they start doing some of that stuff on Durant. And then it's Durant from, way past the three for not the foul line, the 3-point line. Like he's like several feet past that line, banging it out. You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering, how you gonna stop this maniac, Cleveland? Other than, my suggestion of taking out one of his knees. Which don't seem to be so bad right about now. Not such a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking out one of them kneecaps. Not really, but fouling him out, getting him to foul out. Instead, they putting up fouls on him. I'm just wondering, Cleveland. See, the way I look at it is, Cleveland can turn it up if they want to. We all know this. They can go ahead and start really, really turning it up if they want to. You know. However, they can turn it up, but they can get turned up on. And those are the facts. You can turn up your game, but you can get you know what I'm saying, you can get turned up on. It's like it's like it's like they can match your stride. See if I got some music here. It's like they can match your stride. You know what I'm saying? And the only major issue you got is not Steph Curry. It's Kevin Durant. And we got to keep going back to that because, like I said, he's an apex player. He was giving people enough problems when he was in Oakland. And now he's with a team that's just, I mean, they just have it all together. They have all of the answers with him on that squad. Truthfully, to me, they had all the answers last year. They had all the answers. I finally went and got a haircut. I ain't got a haircut in 30 years. I stopped getting my haircut when haircuts was $2 and I was in the service. I was like, $2? I can do it myself. I've been cutting my hair most of my life. So, went and got it done. Guys on Broad Street, some Latinos, hooked me up. Cost me $30. Not doing that again. It's 20. I tipped them 10. I'm not doing that again. But they did a good job. Yeah, wasn't exactly what I wanted. But anyways, so back to the game. I'm just saying, what you gonna do? You guys have been throwing out some predictions of your own on my channel, and I appreciate it. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not going to watch the game, but I'm definitely gonna watch the highlights. I'm definitely gonna watch the highlights, and I'm thinking that there's gonna be a comeback in not game 3, game 4, like it was last year. I'm thinking it's gonna be probably the same scripted flow that it was last year. Now, I want to also say this to some of you cats who've been talking about it can be a clean sweep. Last time there was a sweep was 2007, according to what some of you have been telling me. I do not think there will ever be a sweep again. I can't see it. I just can't see it. I can't see there being any type of sweep. No. The revenue is just way, way, way too good. No. No. Let me throw in a clause. Let me throw in some type of weird clause. How can I see there being a sweep? I really can't. I can't. Because even with the two teams that, okay, let's pick the top 5 teams out there. Let's pick the top 5 teams. Healthy. Golden State, number 1. Cleveland, number 2. Spurs, number 3. Celtics, number 4. And Raptors, number 5. Those are your top 5 teams. You guys can look up the numbers. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with that. But let's just say that the Spurs pick up, I don't know, there's two top, there's who's the number 2 draft pick out there coming out of college. Forgot who this kid is. We already know the first round draft pick is not going to, the first round draft pick is either going to go to LA, going to go to, I forgot the other 2 teams, but I think LA gets number 1. And of course, I'm just speaking hypothetically, but let's just say that the Spurs pick up an apex player. They buy him. Doesn't get traded into him. They buy him. They go and buy somebody with a top name. Just somebody who's not a franchise player. Okay, let's say this happens. Let's say this happens. Derrick Rose went to where, the Knicks? Let's just say that they let Derrick Rose go because of a physical clause. I don't know where he tear an ACL, whether he's out for some reason. Let's just say they let him go. Derrick Rose gets healthy, but he's a free agent. He's a free agent. He can sign to whoever. He gets super healthy, comes back with a vengeance, like he was when he was the MVP. Let's say that Derrick Rose goes to the Spurs. Yeah. Let's say Derrick Rose goes to the Spurs. They pick him up, and they pick up one more good player, just somebody out there with a good name. And the Spurs have everything they need. They got Leonard, they got everything they need. You know what I'm saying? And they go for it. They come in the game against Golden State. Well, shoot. They would have to beat Golden State to... No, they don't. Anyways, just hypothetically, say those two teams end up in a championship. The Spurs, again, against Golden State. Which I think could happen. Could it happen? I don't know. Maybe they're in a... I don't know. You guys can tell me. But let's just say they come in against Golden State. Do you think the Spurs, with Derrick Rose, could beat Golden State? Answer, no. I don't think they could beat them. I don't think they could. Then we would be looking at a sweep. I don't think they could beat them one game. Even if they had a Derrick Rose or another apex player. I think that Golden State could shut them down completely. You see what I mean? It would have to be, for there to be a sweep, it would have to be something, it would have to be a team that gets a trade and surprises everyone and beats another apex team who everybody thought would be there. That team bows down, and then all of a sudden, the underdog, you know what I'm saying? Because Cleveland's the underdog now. But the underdog of Cleveland, the Celtics, get into the... It's a sweep. The Celtics with their team get in now because LeBron James was sick when they was playing the playoffs. He couldn't perform. He had the Jordan flu, except it was more than... You know what I'm saying? It was more than he could handle. Boom. Couldn't be there. They lose. Celtics are in with the team they have now. You can expect a sweep. I expect a sweep then. There's no way they can get around making that a game because LeBron James was just playing with them. When the Celtics lost, they were shooting points. They were shooting up shots just to have fun. It wasn't even a game. Hold on a second. Allergies. So, I'm just throwing out some theories out there. How can we see a sweep within the next, 4 or 5 years? 10 years. Because the last time there was a sweep was 2007. I don't even know who it was. How can we see a sweep? From who? From what team? Can you see right now? In 10 years, a lot changes. But like in the next 3 or 4 years, I can't see anybody getting swept unless there's some crazy fluke that happens. Somebody would have to pick up a superstar, and that superstar would have to he would just he would have to be Lonzo Ball on steroids, on heavy steroids, come in and just massacre every team, pretty much on his own. I just can't see it. So you guys tell me what you think about that. It's your boy Tone 202. Peace.